It's 30 days later, and here is the rib fillet. You can see it's got the normal dry aging bark on it. Looks clean. Doesn't appear to be any spots of mould or anything like that. So I will cut the bag open and I'll trim the bark off and cut it up into steaks. There, it's all sealed. Remember, you won't get it completely vacuum sealed, and just remember to make sure you have your breathable strip installed when you seal it. Alright, so 30 days, and we'll come back and then we'll take off all the bark and cut it up into steaks. I thought I'd just bring you back. So I find it easier to cut it into steaks. So cut the ends off, cut one end, cut the ends off, and then cut them into steaks. And it's easier to get your knife. It's easier to get your knife to go around the bark rather than trying to trim this whole thing as a single piece. I find it easier this way. Okay, so there are the cut up steaks with all the bark off, and you can see it looks really just like a normal steak once you cut everything off. That's all the offcuts. So yeah, I'll be doing a reverse sear with this tonight. That'll be my dinner. So I'll vacuum seal the rest and freeze them. For my reverse searing, I like to use 6 briquettes to start with, and then I do the sort of like a quasi minion method where I'll just throw the hot coals on there, and then I'll put the steak over this side and cook it up to temperature. And now that I have one of these kettle cones or vortexes, I'm going to try it tonight to focus the heat and maybe get a really nice sear. Not that I've ever had trouble getting a sear, but I wonder if this will give me an even better one. So we're aiming for medium or medium rare tonight. I'll make up my mind later. Alright, cheers. While we're bringing our coals up to temp in our barbecue, I'm just going to do a bit of seasoning. This is just salt flakes, pepper and garlic powder. Now this steak has been coming up to just air temperature for about maybe 20 minutes, and so you'll get a better cook. You won't have that temperature shock that steak can sometimes have when it goes straight from the fridge into something warm, even though it's going to be cooking at about 120 degrees Celsius for a while. We'll just let that soak in before we put it on. Okay, we're at the cooking temp we need now. So we put our steak in the indirect cooking method on the barbecue. And because we're going to aim for, I'm going to go medium rare, because we're aiming for that, we want to make sure we maintain really good temperature control. So just bear with me for a second. Okay, so we have our temperature probe in. This is our oven temperature probe, or our cooking temperature probe. We'll keep that there until we hit our target temp, which for medium rare, we want to take it off at about 45 degrees Celsius. Should take about 30 minutes. I'm not sure you can see it, but this steak is now at 46 degrees, so we just need to take it off, and then we'll set up the kettle cone or the vortex, so we generate a lot of concentrated heat, and then we'll sear it. try and get a warm plate if you can, so it doesn't lose too much temperature while you're bringing the fire up to temp. Alright, we'll let that come up to temp for the next, say, 15-20 minutes, and in that time it'll be perfect to get our veggies on. We should be up to temp now. It's been about maybe 12 minutes. And that part there should be super hot. Now this won't need long on either side, maybe a minute. Just listen to that gorgeous sizzle. I'm just going to render a little bit of the fat from this side. Alright, let's get this onto the plate and have a crack. Okay, we're all plated up. Just take a look at that colour on the reverse seared steak. Just perfect. Well, I think it is anyway. And we've just got a little bit of chili chicken seasoning fries and Brussels sprouts. But we'll get the money shot. I'll cut the steak open. Can you see that? Lovely medium colour. Slightly. I was aiming for medium rare, went medium, but it'll still be a delicious steak. Let's just I'll have a quick taste while I've got you on camera. Honestly, salt, pepper, garlic on a dry aged steak, it's all the flavour you need. It's just incredible, especially if you cook it over charcoal or flame. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this now, so until next time, happy queuing. Thumbs up.